Definition of speaking. Speaking is the act of producing meaningful utterance using appropriate words and syntax for the purpose of communication. It involves both linguistic and non-linguistic features, such as intonation, stress, and body language. According to Brown and Yule, 1993, speaking involves four basic skills: pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, and discourse. These skills are interconnected and mutually supportive, and they need to be practiced together to improve speaking proficiency. Next, according to Nunan, 1999, emphasizes the importance of fluency and accuracy in speaking. Fluency refers to the ability to produce language fluently and easily, while accuracy refers to the ability to produce language correctly. Both fluency and accuracy are important for effective communication. Meanwhile, Murcia and Olstein, 2000, provide a more comprehensive definition of speaking, which includes both productive and interactive aspects. They define speaking as the process of constructing and sharing meaning through the use of verbal and nonverbal symbols in a variety of contexts. In addition to linguistic features, speaking also involves non-linguistic features such as facial expression, gesture, and body language. These features are used to convey meaning, express emotion, and build relationship with the audience. So it can be concluded that speaking is a complex process that involves the production and understanding of verbal and nonverbal symbols in various contexts. It requires mastery of linguistic and non-linguistic features as well as the ability to use them appropriately for communication purposes. As explained by various experts, speaking involves different skills such as pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, discourse, fluency, accuracy, and non-linguistic features.
Speaking skill is the most important skill for acquiring foreign or second language learning. Among the four major language skills, speaking is considered the most important skill in learning a foreign or second language. Brown and Yule, 1983 say speaking is the skill most assessed by students in real-life situations. Speaking appears to be the most challenging of the four fundamental English abilities for non-native speakers. As reported by Bueno, Madrid, and McLaren, mastering the skill of speaking is one of the most challenging tasks for language learners. Even learners study a language for years, they find it difficult to speak in real-time situations when prompted, especially when foreign language speakers have to make sentences of the spur of the moment. It is quite difficult for foreign or second language learners to produce sentences without learning grammatical structures and having adequate vocabulary knowledge. Therefore, EVL or ECL learners of English face many problems in pronouncing grammatical sentences in English. Since speaking skills play a dominant role in communications, people try to learn the skills in order to communicate well with the entire community around the world. In addition, the speaking skills are also useful for learners when they have to settle well in their profession. In the modern world, it has become common to prove the aptitude of candidates at the time of job interviews, and a lot of selection is based on the interview performance. Job candidates have to participate and prove themselves in debates and group discussions, where the performance or oral communication skills of the candidates are mainly measured. In addition, professionals have to give oral presentation as they have to promote their products or companies or provide training to other coworkers. Moreover, an effective speaker can inspire the audience aloud and get the full attention of the audience and maintain the same tempo till the end of his speech. So, the audience get fully involved in the speaker's speech and sometimes they forget the real word and focus their attention completely on speech. So, speaking skills play an important role everything depends on the way how people communicate their message with others. Speaking skills are also an essential skill for all learners who want English to enhance their careers, improve business, build confidence levels, get better job opportunities, make public speeches, attend interviews, participate in debates and discussion groups, presentations, and so on. In today's modern world, everything is related to speaking skills. A person who has good speaking talent can conquer the whole world.
Next is definition of teaching speaking. First, Ambrose, Bridges, Lovett, DiPietro, and Norman define teaching is a complex activity, and yet most of us have not received formal training in pedagogy. Furthermore, teaching is a highly contextualized activity because it is shaped by the students we have, advancements in our respective fields, changes in technology, and so on. Therefore, our teaching must constantly adapt to changing parameters. Second, Ambrose et al. State that together, then practice and feedback can work together such that students are continuing to work toward a focused goal, and incorporating feedback, we can prioritize them appropriately and help make the learning teaching process not only more effective but also more efficient. Next is 5 effective strategies to teaching speaking. 1. Vocabulary building. 2. Writer's workshop. 3. Peer response and editing. 4. Cooperative learning. And 5. Student chosen text.
In today's globalized world, speaking English is seen as an essential ability to master. The goal of teaching speaking in English is to provide students the ability to connect with others, articulate their needs and wants, and express themselves in the target language. Since speaking is a productive skill that can be directly and empirically observed, it is also an effective mode of communication to connect with the world. The difficulties in teaching English as a second language stem from both internal and external causes. Native language, age, exposure, intrinsic phonetic aptitude, identity and language ego, and drive to speak English well are internal elements. Teaching speaking English to a big class and learners' independence are external factors. To address the issues, teachers must consistently employ new teaching techniques. So, the effectiveness of language acquisition, particularly speaking ability, comes from teachers as well as students. In teaching speaking, teachers are expected to be creative. Here, teachers' creativity is required to make it easier for students to learn a language. The use of technology such as video clips and smartphones can also be effective in improving second language speaking and pronunciation. Additionally, the implementation of blended learning and project-based learning can significantly improve student speaking ability. And finally, the use of authentic language learning materials such as English videos can facilitate language learning.
To develop speaking ability of the students, some methods that can be used to teach speaking are including role play, discussion, storytelling, interview, and describing pictures. Thus, teaching speaking method will be specifically explained below. First is role play. It's used by the teacher to help students to interact with the other and develop a sense of communication outside of the classroom. Next is discussion. After a content-based lesson, a discussion can be held for various reasons. The students may aim to arrive at a conclusion, share ideas about an event, or find solutions in their discussion groups. Then storytelling. Students can briefly summarize a tale or story they heard from somebody beforehand, or they may create their own stories to tell their classmates. Storytelling fosters creative thinking. It also helps students express ideas in the format of beginning, development, and ending, including the characters and setting a story has to have. Fourth is interviews. Interview is one of the teaching methods that can increase students' speaking skills. Students can conduct interview on selected topics with various people. And the last point is describing pictures. Describing pictures is an activity in which students describe a picture. Students explain a picture in detail and they can explore words and remember vocabulary from the picture they describe. Describing a picture accurately was done by providing the characteristics of the object such as the color, form, shape, and so on. That was our group presentation about teaching speaking. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.